as you continue to build your life, as you continue to build that life with God and you get your transformation, you will come to a season in your life where you will have to let your transformation speak for you. You will come to a point in your life, a season in your life where you will be misunderstood by a lot of people. A lot of people won't be able to see everything that the Lord is doing in your life. And you will have to be okay. You will have to learn to be okay with being misunderstood, because not everyone will understand the journey you're on. So we have to remember that the path that God has us on, that a lot of times God has only revealed that to you. It does not matter how close you may be to somebody and how much you guys may share a lot of intimate details. It's a lot of things in your life that God is only going to reveal to you. So not everybody is going to understand your transformation. So with that being said, you will have to get to a point in your life where you will have to be okay and learn to be content with being misunderstood. That does not mean that your transformation isn't taking place, right? That doesn't mean that maybe in the future these people won't be able to see what God already has shown you. But in the meantime, not everybody will be able to understand your journey, because again, God gave you the vision, right? God told you to build it, right? So if God gave you the vision and God told you to build it, God did not tell them people that. So a lot of times what you're going to be doing in your life, it's not going to sit well with a lot of people, right? It's going to maybe look crazy to a lot of people, especially when you're doing like entrepreneurship, especially when you restarting from the bottom up and you doing things the God way, and when we do things the God way, let me slow down. When we do things the God way, it's usually not the way that the world will take, right? When God usually does something in us and through us, and when he uses us, it's usually not in the way that the world would, the world way would take us. And what I mean by that, he usually takes us on path that a lot of people would not dare go on, right? A lot of people will tell you, you shouldn't risk losing a stable income to pursue your dream, or why would you do that and you already have something set and something stable. So a lot of times you're going to be misunderstood, but again, you have to understand that it's your own personal journey that the Lord has already tailor-made for you, and it's not them. So in this season, or in a season in your life, as you building with God and as you getting your transformation, you're going to have to learn to be okay with being misunderstood, being left out, and feeling alone a lot of times. I'm going to be honest with y'all, because not everybody will understand your journey, okay? And not only that, silence is going to be your best friend in a season like this. I'm telling y'all what I know, because if you are always answering everybody assumptions about what you got going on, you answering everybody about what why are you doing this, or why you doing that, or always answering what everybody may be asking you, you're going to wear yourself out. And not only are you going to wear yourself out, you're going to find yourself losing your peace, because you're so busy trying to fix everybody's presumptions of you, right? You're so busy trying to fix how everybody view your situation or view your journey. But I'm telling you what I know. Silence is going to be your best friend in this season. So as you're building and as you transforming, your silence going to have to do the talking for you. And when I say that your silence is going to have to do the talking for you, I'm not saying that you have to isolate yourself from everybody or you stop taking everybody calls. There's going to come a point in your life where you're going to say, this does not need a response, right? This does not need a reply. I don't need to keep on, explaining myself, explaining my journey to everybody else, because it's going to be useless. First of all, it's useless to a lot of people, because they're not going to understand. That takes me back. They're not going to understand what God told you and what God showed you. So a lot of times silence is going to be a smart move for you. And I found that to be true in my own life, because when people did not understand the path that God was taking me down, I found myself always explaining, right? I found myself always explaining why was I doing the same, the things that I was doing, or why I maybe disappeared or stopped replying to messages or not showing up to the things that I previously showed up to. And I found myself being exhausted, right? And I found myself always feeling like I was getting the shorter end of the stick. And I found myself feeling misunderstood, because even when I gave them my truth, people still wanted to see my journey and see my life how they perceived it, right? So silence is going to be your best friend. And again, it does not mean that you have to go into isolation and you isolating yourself, away from everybody. That'll be between you and God, however God tell you to deal in that specific situation. But I'm just, in this context, I'm saying that as far as you answering everybody or trying to overly explain yourself, or why you withdrew, or why you don't go to places that you used to go, or why you don't entertain the same conversations that you used to, silence is going to have to be your best friend. And it's a smart move, because you and God, the fruit will show eventually. When your transformation speaks for you, this is something about being with God. The fruit that's going to be bared in your life will ultimately speak for you. So if God is doing something for you, it does not matter how much you explain it to people, how much people understand you, support you. Eventually, your consistency of walking with God, eventually the seeds that you done sown, eventually your transformation, the fruit will speak for you in this season, right? So if the fruit is speaking for you, you don't need to do much talking in this season, right? So in this season, God is asking many of his children to let your transformation speak for you. Let what he's doing through you and in you do the talking for you. And again, it does not mean that you have to withdraw from the crowd. It does not mean that you have to go in full-blown isolation. But eventually, the things that's done in the secret place, the things that you have done with God when nobody has been looking, that has been done in secrecy, they're going to reveal itself, right? God is going to reveal that to the world in due season. You don't have to manipulate it. You don't have to take it into your own hands. You don't have to say, I wish God to show them, because eventually the fruit will speak for you. But in this season, the Lord is asking you to let your transformation speak for you. Don't get overly exhausted. Don't get over your head and try to explain yourself to people, because when you walk with God, which we know is a narrow path and not many people go and walk on that path, you're going to be misunderstood it's just something that, as you continue to walk with God and as you continue to mature in your walk with God, it will get better over time. You will be okay with people misunderstanding you, right? You will come to a point where it doesn't bother you the way it used to, when people don't acknowledge you, when people don't support you, when people don't understand what God is doing in you and through you. It'll be okay, right? You will get to that point. But until you get to that point, you have to let your silence speak for you. You have to let your fruit speak for you, and you have to learn to be okay with not everybody understanding that it is your journey, and it was tailor-made just for you. God put you on this path, and when God gave you the vision, he didn't give it to mama, he didn't give it to daddy, he didn't give it to husband, wife, he didn't give it to best friend. He gave it specifically for you. And as you continue to grow, as you continue to mature, the fruit will eventually speak for you. And that's how your transformation speak for you. You don't have to go out there and you don't have to exhaust yourself with this. So in this season, God is doing a lot of great things in the life of his children. And it's your building season. And it's also a season where you have to remain silent and you have to let your transformation speak for you. So continue to walk with God, continue to talk with God, continue to be faithful and obedient, and your fruit will speak for you as you continue to grow, as you continue to mature. And it's okay to be misunderstood. Even Jesus himself was misunderstood, right? So it's okay to be misunderstood. And if you haven't gotten to that place, it's okay. Eventually, as you continue to grow and deepen your relationship with God, you'll learn how to be okay with many things that you can't change anyway. So I hope this message blesses y'all. I hope it keeps y'all. I am Lashelle Monroe. Until next time, y'all, please keep the faith.